Yeah, so I never cared what people said behind my back, guys. And when I'm telling y'all the truth. I've never cared what people have said behind my back. It's so easy to miss the genius of somebody like me. I mean, I had another epiphany today, thinking about if I saw somebody like myself. I said, damn, I would probably undermine myself if I seen myself. You know what I mean? Because my face, it just doesn't show at all how wise I am. People still can't fit. They still are trapped in that mindset that I really don't know nothing. I am an anomaly. I know that. And it's a lesson to myself. Like, don't underestimate nobody for nothing. I don't care how old they are. It could be a 7-year-old boy. Don't underestimate nobody. But just to get to the point, guys, I ain't gonna be long. I never cared what people said behind my back. Why is that? Because I never told anybody nothing that I gave a fuck about somebody else knowing, even if I didn't like that other individual. Now, it's very rare that I would talk to somebody in my face about another person unless it was a business type situation, like it actually mattered. So I never caught myself talking about people behind their back. Like, I mean, I did a little bit of that shit in my teenage years, but, you know, I'm talking about, I'm an adult now. I don't talk behind people's back about other people unless it's money related, business. These people thought I was so stupid. Like, if I come tell somebody one of my faults, they think the worst thing that can happen is they go tell somebody else about my faults and they all sit back laughing. I tell everything about my faults on YouTube. I've said everything about myself on YouTube. Everything. I didn't leave nothing out about who I am as an individual. So I never cared about people talking behind my back because there's nothing that nobody can say about me behind my back that can shake my whole world up. See, and this is why it's important to be transparent. It's important to be honest with yourself about who you are as an individual. Because if you don't know yourself as an individual, maybe you don't know what can or cannot be said behind your back that may or may not affect you emotionally. You see? So I'm just somebody who decided to be 100% transparent. Now, there's some people out there who think I'm weird because I'm 100% transparent. But I see power in transparency because let's say I tell somebody something that they shouldn't know, right? I'm talking about by public opinion perspective. Let's say I tell somebody something that they shouldn't really know. Now, not like I go practicing doing that, but I'm just giving y'all an example about how transparency is power. People can only judge you how their outlook is on the world. So let's say I tell somebody something that the world will perceive as something I should have kept to myself. When I tell that person that which they may perceive should be held within, like they say, well, man, if that was me, I wouldn't have told nobody that. He must be stupid. But you gotta understand, again, talking about me being Mr. Freeze, how I froze a lot of people because they couldn't believe what I was saying to them. They thought it was a trap. They thought it was a trap within a trap. You understand what I'm saying, guys? It's just like when they show you something in the movie about what they're going to do to the human population and people think it's just a movie, but it's not. It's actually real. It keeps people frozen so much to the point that if you tell somebody, hey, I saw that in a cartoon, they you crazy. You know, it's easy to brush a person off that they Looney Tunes. You say, but it was in a cartoon. I knew that. Now, one of your friends may agree with you But he's gonna, since he's a most of the time, if you got friends, they go along, get along type people anyway. So if you tell your friend that, they may believe you, but you best believe when they get around that group and it comes to terms of a matter of public opinion within that group, within that friend circle, within that family connection, whatever, at the end of the day, they're gonna try to make it seem like you crazy. Even if you're right, even if your friend know it, you telling the truth. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I'm a bitch made go along, get along person. So I have to stand with the public opinion and say, nigga, you crazy for saying that really happened to us because you saw it in the cartoon. Y'all get what I'm saying? So just to end this, and remember, I'm not talking about giving out people debit card numbers here. Let's keep it reasonable here. We're talking about reasonable things that you talk to people about. I get people frozen because I tell them things that I know that they wouldn't tell somebody else because of their ego. You got to put that ego away. It's amazing how powerful you are when you get rid of that ego. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna title this thing. I think I'm just gonna title it, "This is what happens when you get rid of ego," or something. It's like let it go. It's like going to that point of no self. Bobby Hemming once talked about the day when he went to the point of no self. Even Bruce Lee said at the beginning of Enter the Dragon, and the master was talking to him, he say, "I do not even exist." Look how much power is in that shit, man, that you acknowledge that you don't even exist. You know how powerful that is? I mean, I still got to meditate on what the fuck that shit means. But all I know is that when you become transparent to people, it freezes them up because they be like, I can't believe he told me that. He must be stupid because I wouldn't tell nobody that. That's how they think. That's not how I think, though. And then most of the stuff that I tell them that they would have kept to themselves, when they go back and try to tell other people about you, those other people might not even believe that you told me. You see what happens? There is power in transparency, man. There is power in getting rid of your ego. A lot of power that people just cannot do. They can't do it because they so worried about their image. I'm worried about my image too. That's why I eat right, and that's why I can't wait to get in the gym. I care about my image too, but I'm telling you, man, when it just comes to sharing information in my head and sharing with people mistakes I've made and things that I do that may seem abnormal to a group of people or a lot of people, okay? I'm not ashamed of those things. I'll tell you straight up, yeah, I do that. So what? You know what I mean? There are things that I'm glad I don't do that other people do, like addicted to prescription drugs, addicted to drugs in general, addicted to alcohol. There is power in getting rid of your ego. But then, yeah, just to wrap it up, guys, when you transparent, there's nothing nobody can go behind my back and say that can upset me to the point where I'm like, I'm finna get that motherfucker. Wait till I never told it. I mean, unless we dealing with millions of dollars, there's nothing that I can tell somebody about myself that they could destroy my reputation by going behind my back and talking to other people about what I said to them. Not what they said, what I said to them. That's why these people, the only way, when they saw I was that real, they had to say, well, we're just going to have to just straight up lie on this motherfucker because he's too motherfucking on point. He obviously doesn't care about what people think about him. So the only way you can get a motherfucker like that is just to straight up start lying.